What if I told you that the key to understanding the past, present, and future, to literally aligning your life with the cosmos for perfect success, was hidden in something you do about 20,000 times a day? It's your breath, and today we're diving into the ancient, profound science of Swarodaya, a cosmic secret revealed in a divine dialogue between gods.
You know, it all kicks off with a question, and not just any question. This is a cosmic-level inquiry from the goddess Parvati to Lord Shiva himself. She's basically asking about the operating manual for the entire universe, and the answer he gives her, well, that's the foundation of everything we're about to explore.
So here's our roadmap. We're going to start with the divine origin of this secret. Then we'll actually map out the energy flowing inside your own body. After that, you'll learn how to read this inner compass, how to use it for perfect timing, and finally, we'll get to the ultimate destination of this whole practice.
Okay, first stop, a divine cosmic secret. And I want to be clear, this is not just another breathing exercise. This is Shiva's personal answer to Parvati's cosmic question. A science so powerful, he called it more secret than the secrets. This is the supreme science of breath and being.
So what exactly is Swarodaya Shastra? Well, it's the science of swar, which you can think of as the subtle, mystical sound of your own breath. And it's based on this radical idea that the simple act of which nostril you're breathing through, right this very second, is deeply connected to cosmic energies and can literally shape the outcome of everything you do.
I mean, just let that sink in. Shiva calls this the jewel on the head of all sciences. Not just a cool piece of knowledge, but the absolute crowning jewel. He's saying it's the most valuable wisdom a person can have, so powerful that it can unlock the secrets of the past, present, and future.
So how does this grand cosmic science actually work inside of us? Well, it all comes down to your body's personal energy map. And to really get Swarodaya, we've got to get familiar with two key players: the nadis, which are your energy channels, and the tattvas, the 5 elemental energies that flow through them.
So think of nadis as these invisible highways for your life force energy, your prana. Your body is crisscrossed with literally thousands of them. But here's the good news. For Swarodaya, we really only need to focus on the 3 main superhighways.
All right, so here are the 2 big ones. On one side, you have the Ida Nadi. It flows through your left nostril, and it carries this cool, lunar, feminine energy. It's the one you want active for calm, stable, gentle kinds of tasks. On the other side, you have the Pingala Nadi. Through your right nostril, it's the total opposite, hot, solar, masculine energy. This is your go-to for dynamic, intense, and forceful activities. It's basically the yin and yang of your breath.
But what happens when the breath isn't dominant on the left or the right? What happens when it balances out and flows equally through both nostrils? That's when the third and most important channel, the central one called Sushumna, wakes up. And this is a really special state. It's not for worldly tasks. It is considered the direct path to spiritual awakening.
Now, get this. Flowing through these energy highways are the actual building blocks of reality itself, the 5 tattvas, or the primal elements. The very same elements that make up the stars and planets are also flowing inside of you through your breath, cycling in a very specific, predictable order.
And here they are. You've got earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Each one has its own unique signature, a color, a taste, and believe it or not, even a geometric shape. And this is the wildest part. Ancient yogis could actually see these shapes. They'd exhale onto a mirror, and the shape of the vapor would tell them which element was active. It's like the universe speaking a secret language right through your body.
Okay, this is all incredibly fascinating, right? But what good is it if you can't use it? So now let's get practical. Let's figure out how you can read this inner compass for yourself and identify which of these energies is running the show for you right now.
It's so much simpler than you think. In fact, why don't you try it with me right now? Just take a finger and gently close your right nostril. Exhale through your left. Okay, now switch sides. Close the left and exhale through the right. Which side felt more open? Which one had a stronger flow? That's your dominant nadi for this moment. Seriously, it's that easy. You just learned to read your body's energy.
And what about those elements, the tattvas? Well, as I mentioned, the classic method was that mirror test. Yogis would breathe onto a clean surface and just watch. If they saw a square form in the mist, they knew the earth element was active. A crescent moon meant water was flowing. It was a tangible, physical way to see the invisible energies at play.
All right, now we get to the real game changer, the science of perfect timing. This is where we take everything we've learned about our inner compass and use it to align our actions with the flow of the cosmos. This is how you can dramatically, and I mean dramatically, increase your chances of success in pretty much anything you do.
The principle is beautifully simple. Match the energy of what you're doing to the energy of your breath. So, when your left nostril, the cool, calm Ada, is dominant, that's the time for stable, grounding activities. Things like starting a long trip, buying property, or signing a contract. But when your right nostril, the hot, dynamic Pingala, is active, that's your green light for intense stuff. Studying for a tough exam, hitting the gym, or even confronting an opponent. You're literally choosing to swim with the current instead of fighting against it.
And what about that middle channel, the Sushumna? The ancient texts are extremely clear about this. During that brief, powerful window when both nostrils are flowing equally, you should avoid all worldly actions. Seriously, they're said to be fruitless. That time is reserved for one thing and one thing only: spiritual practice, meditation, prayer, anything related to your inner journey towards liberation.
And this right here leads us to the ultimate point of Swarodaya. Because, mastering the timing of your daily life is an incredibly powerful tool, no doubt, but it's not the final destination. The real purpose of this science goes so much deeper.
The true goal of Swarodaya is what's called Atma Sakshakar, or self-realization. It's about using this unbelievably intimate knowledge of your own inner universe, not just to win the game of life, but to transcend the game entirely. It's about realizing your true nature and your fundamental unity with everything.
And the path is laid out so clearly for us. It all starts with the simple act of consciously watching your breath. From there, you begin to understand the dance of the elements inside you. You align your life with these cosmic rhythms, and ultimately, you learn to consciously guide your life force into that central Sushumna channel, to go beyond all limitations and achieve a state of unity with the cosmos.
I mean, the promise in the ancient texts is just staggering. It says that anyone who truly masters this science, who understands this intricate dance of breath, energy channels, and elements, doesn't just get better at life. They become worthy of reverence, and ultimately, they achieve liberation itself.
And so we end up right back where we started, with your breath. This incredible science suggests that the most profound secrets of the universe, the very keys to mastering your own destiny, aren't floating out there in the stars. They're right here, in the air you're about to inhale. The only question left is, are you going to start listening?